do. We live in a world where stress is just something we're supposed to get used to. Technological advances have made the workday longer. Leisure time has shrunk. Computers find their way on family vacations. Grieving time has shrunk. Divorce is at its highest rate in history, yet there's no time to pick up the pieces. We're just supposed to snap out of it. Stress is a normal physical response that we do to events that threaten us or upset our balance in some way. We react to stress the same way we would an allergy. We become sensitized to it. It's been referred to as a psychological ragweed, except while only a few people can be plagued with hay fever, anybody can become sensitized to stress. And once sensitized to stress, it can alter your physical pattern of your brain, and we don't react the same way in the future. We either have too many excitatory chemicals or too few calming ones. And sometimes you can become sensitized to stress when you are too young to prevent it, as far as a parent dying when you're a child or just having a traumatic childhood. Researchers have found that the way you react to stress is programmed into your brain. You inherit it from your ancestors who, when faced with a dangerous animal, could run away without giving it any time or thought. Except we're using the same response as a life-threatening situation in non-life-threatening conditions, and we're doing that every day. So the biochemical pounding takes a toll on your body, and you're slowly killing yourselves. The biochemical chips away at your digestive tract and your lungs, causing ulcers or asthma, and it can weaken your heart, highering your risk for stroke and heart attack. John King, the PhD at the University of Massachusetts Medical School, said that chronic stress is like a slow poison, and anybody can be affected by it. Even if you're not sensitized, you can be affected by everything that can go wrong in a day. Scientifically, stress can interrupt the communication between the hypothalamus and the pituitary, stopping it at the adrenal glands, and that sets off your hormones, the real stress hormones, such as dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and especially cortisol. And when there's an overproduction of dopamine, it causes high blood pressure, and when there's a change in epinephrine, it causes diabetes or asthma. And when there's too few hormones of cortisol, it can lead to obesity, heart disease, or osteoporosis. And if there's too much cortisol hormones, it can literally kill off your brain cells that are crucial for memory. So you just have to remember that the reason some people deal poorly in a stressful situation is because of a past trauma. Your past experiences with stress magnify the reactivity to reacting to stress in the future, and telling someone to just take it easy isn't going to help at all. The good news is, though, that there are things you can do to calm down your stress, but you have to make sure you do it before stress hits you too hard or it'll be too late. Epstein, a researcher at San Diego State University, says it's more important than ever to learn as many anti-stress techniques as possible, as young as possible. But there are a few things you don't want to do, and those include, one is you don't want to try and quickly fix your stress, and everybody does this. It involves smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol or binging on food, and it will not help at all. It will seem like it's helping at first, but sooner rather than later, you'll be right back to where you were, feeling just as stressed as you were. Another thing you don't want to do is you don't want to drink coffee, and you don't want to eat foods high in fat. You don't want to drink coffee because it is a stimulant and will either make your stress worse or, not get rid of it. And foods high in fat make your body work overtime to digest the food, also adding to your stress level. Now, some techniques you can do involve meditation, which you just take 20 to 40 minutes out of your day to meditate and breathe and just communicate, just feel your body. And once you do that, you'll be able to realize when you become stressed and you can take a step back and stop it. Another thing you can do is figure out what calms you the best. And for me, for an example, I like to run when I'm stressed, or read a book to get my mind off of it, or listen to music and just be by myself and with my thoughts to figure a few things out. Another thing you can do that's really well known is called the relaxation response. And what you do is you just sit down or sit in a reclining position, anywhere you are, doesn't matter. You close your eyes and you put a hand on your abdomen and a hand on your chest. And when you breathe in, you focus on just your abdomen moving and make sure your chest is not moving. And then you let your breath out slowly and focus on your breathing. Another thing you can do that's also quite well known is called the calming breath, which is breathing in through your nose, and you hold in that breath for 3 to 4 seconds, and then let it out as slow as possible. And when you do that, also let out all the tension in your body. And then another one you can do is relaxation postures, which is just sitting down and just letting your head kind of, fall where it goes, and breathing. And then, after your head, let your shoulders fall on your back and all the way down, and just keep breathing while you're doing that. Another thing you can do is really simple. It's called imagery. You focus on your happy place or the most relaxed place you've ever been in your life, and you just focus on that for a few minutes until you're calmed down. And so, to sum up my speech, are we stressed in today's society? Yes, we are stressed. But we are also capable of controlling it and calming ourselves down before we cause our body too much harm.